Okay, nearly there, Ed. One of the last subjects. Okay, we've got burns.
Okay.
Ever burnt yourself?
Yes.
Okay, how? What have you done?
I burnt my face. When I was a kid, my mum was cooking Alpha Bikes, and I stood up on my tiptoes to look and burnt my chin on the hot glass pan thing.
Oh,
It hurt.
What did she do for you?
I think she put cold water on it,
Okay.
but I don't remember much more than that.
Okay, fair enough. So we've all probably had burns and things like that. You know, you've had the sort of sunburn or whatever. You've touched the hot kettle or whatever, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get a little burn from that. So we have different sort of categories of burns. So you have your superficial burn, like sunburn, that sort of thing. So you've got the reddening of the skin, but there's no blistering. Okay, still painful, still not very nice. Okay, then you have a partial thickness burn. Okay, so then you have got deeper layers of the epidermis that's been damaged. Yeah, so you're going down deeper into that epidermis. All right, so then you've got swelling and you've got blisters. Okay. After that, you've got probably the most serious, which is a full thickness burn. So you're burning right down to that epidermis there, right down to the bottom layers. You're even going through the pain sort of level. So I find it, you know, potentially if you bring someone out of a fire and they have full thickness burns, you know, they could be talking to me, but they're like waxy, sort of gooey sort of mess. Okay, but they're not feeling the pain because it's gone that deep.
It's damaged the nerves.
It's damaged the nerves.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so we're talking life-threatening sort of burns. Okay, so our treatment for burns. What do you think our treatment is?
I would say.
Like you mentioned what your mother did.
Yeah, cold water.
Cold water.
Flushing away from where it is. Keep it running.
Yeah.
Keep it cool. I know not to put any cream on it.
Okay.
I would say.
Right.
And also probably I would also think about the potential collapse of people. So getting them sat down.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you're looking at potentially going into shock. Okay, because you're losing. Do you remember like we said about the plasma and everything before? You know, with blood, and you're losing the body volume through that.
Yeah.
So you could go into hypervolemic shock, which again you could die from. Okay, so your initial treatment: flood that injured part, that burnt part with water, ideally running water. Yeah, so under a tap, minimum of 10 minutes. Okay, if you've got a chemical burner or something like that, or God forbid an acid attack or whatever, then 20 minutes for a chemical burn. But 10 minutes minimum, running cold water is ideal. Yeah.
And would I be right in thinking that you don't submerge it? You wouldn't just put it in a bucket of water?
No, because then the bucket will heat up. So you're losing the effectiveness of the coldness of the water. So nice running cold water would be ideal. Okay, what if it blisters? You're going to pop a blister?
No.
No, absolutely. So nature's plaster, basically. So no popping of blisters.
Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned putting creams and things like that on. Would you put maybe like a little knob of butter on there?
No.
No.
The oil would heat up, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. It's not something that you want, and it can trap the sort of heat in, which is we want the heat out.
Might some older first aid kits have like a heat cream in?
Yeah, yep. You can have things like burns gels and things like that, which can be excellent, but you don't ideally want to put anything on. It's always running water if you can.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're out and about, you know, you haven't got access to running water, maybe a 2-litre bottle of water over. Okay. Just, you know, use your practical sort of skills if you're out and about and you don't have access to running water. Okay, whatever, you know, any sort of cold liquid that you can put on would be good. Have you heard of cling film? With
Yeah.
So cling film is back into first aid. Okay, but it's good to have in your first aid kit a nice roll of cling film. Yeah, but what you don't want to do is wrap that cling film around the limb. Okay, or whatever whatever you've burnt, because you want to allow the area to swell. Okay, and if you wrap that around with cling film, then it's not going to be able to do that. So you want to take sheets of cling film off and just lay it over the top. All right. So the treatment for the burn then, Ed, is 20 minutes under running tap water.
Okay.
Yeah, ideally.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And say you have to then go to an ambulance, say, or whatever. Then you can get the burns gels. You can get the sort of burns creams that you can get. Say if you're off to a hospital, then you can apply that, so you've still got that cooling on your way to hospital, which is a good thing. Okay, so you want to take the heat out of that burn, and then ideally you'd get the best sort of outcome.